everyone, welcome back to English Conversation Studio. I'm Anna, and today we are going to practice a very useful real-life situation, which is speaking at the library, because libraries are quiet and formal places where you need polite English to ask for books, register for membership, and follow rules. So this lesson will help you communicate naturally and confidently in such an environment.
Hi everyone, I'm Alex, and today we will go step by step through a full library experience, starting from entering the library, asking for information, finding books, using services, and communicating with librarians in a polite and clear way, so you can feel comfortable using English in academic or quiet public places.
Let's imagine that I enter the library for the first time and I want to register as a member. So I go to the desk and say, "Hello, I would like to become a member of this library. Could you please tell me how to register?" Because this is a polite and clear way to start.
Yes, and the librarian will respond, "Of course, you need to fill out this form and show your ID card, because most libraries require simple registration steps before you can borrow books."
Then I might ask, is there any membership fee or is it free to join? Because understanding the rules is very important before I continue.
And the librarian may say, "It is free to join, but you need to return books on time to avoid penalties, because libraries usually focus on responsibility and rules."
After registering, I can say, "Could you please tell me where I can find books about learning English? Because I want to find a specific category."
And the librarian will respond, "Yes, those books are in the education section on the second floor, because libraries organize books into different sections for easy searching."
If I cannot find the book myself, I can say, "Excuse me, I am looking for this book. Could you help me find it?" Because asking for help is very normal in a library.
And the librarian will say, "Let me check in the system. I will help you find it," because librarians are responsible for guiding visitors.
Sometimes I might ask, "Can I borrow this book and for how many days?" Because borrowing rules are very important.
And the librarian might respond, "You can borrow it for 2 weeks and you can renew it if needed," because libraries usually have fixed borrowing periods.
If I want to use a computer in the library, I can say, "Is it possible to use a computer here for research?" Because many libraries also provide digital services.
And the librarian will say, "Yes, you can use the computers, but you need to register first and follow the rules, because computer use is usually controlled."
While I am in the library, I need to be quiet, but if I need help, I can whisper and say, "Excuse me, where can I print documents?" Because even in quiet places, communication is still necessary.
And the librarian will quietly respond, "The printing area is near the entrance," because libraries maintain silence while still helping visitors.
If I cannot find a specific author or topic, I can say, "Do you have any books by this author or about this topic?" Because searching by topic is very common.
And the librarian may say, "Yes, we have several books. I will show you where they are," because libraries often have large collections.
If I want to extend the borrowing time, I can say, "Can I renew this book for a few more days?" Because sometimes people need more time to read.
And the librarian might respond, Yes, you can renew it online or at the desk, because many libraries offer flexible renewal systems.
If I accidentally lose a library book, I might ask, what should I do if I lose a library book? Because it is important to know the rules.
And the librarian will explain, you may need to pay a small fee or replace the book, because libraries have strict policies for lost items.
Before leaving, I can say, thank you for your help. This library is very organized and useful, because showing appreciation is always polite.
And the librarian will respond, you're welcome. Feel free to visit any time, because libraries welcome regular visitors.
So today we practiced a full library conversation, including registration, finding books, asking questions, and using library services in English, which is very useful for students and learners.
Yes, and if you practice these sentences, you will feel much more confident when using English in academic or public environments like libraries.
If you enjoyed this lesson, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to English Conversation Studio.
Keep practicing every day, and we will see you in the next lesson.
Thank you for listening.
See you next time.